Hello honey bunnies, welcome back. It's me, Jenny. Okay guys, today's project is going to be how to make Prima flowers. Okay, I've been doing some flowers for my art journal and I figured that maybe I can show you guys how you can make them so you can use them for your arts, your art journaling, or your just really anything. You can really use it for anything. Now I don't own Prima flowers, but they roughly just look almost like this. Okay, they kind of look almost like this, only a little bit more prettier and more sparkly, but they're basically the Prima floral embellishments that come in a little pack. Now these are from Recollection, and I got these on sale, and I figured I was making some for my art journal, and I figured let me show you guys how to make them. Okay, so let's put this on the side. It's gonna be I don't think it's gonna be too much of a long video, but you know, knowing me, it probably will turn into like a 30-minute video. Okay, so let's go in order. What you're gonna need for this project. Okay, you obviously gonna need some flowers. Okay, now you have several flowers that you can pick from. You can pick flowers from like, for example, these are like floral flowers that you can get anywhere at Michael's, even at home. If you have them at home, you can probably grab a couple of these little stems and just work with them. So you can use that. Okay, I like to use these flowers, but you can also use paper flowers. They sometimes come in a bunch of a little package. You could get these at Michael's, AC anywhere you basically have anywhere that they have you know, DIY projects. You can also make these yourself with the punching holes. With these punchers, you can probably make them yourself as well. Maybe I'll do a video on that next. If you guys want to see a video on how to make these out of paper, let me know. I might just do that. But anyway, these I didn't make. These come already like that. I bought these in a little container at Michael's, and they were on sale, and I just got them. Okay, now you can also make these flowers out of lace. Okay, now how you will make them out of lace is you will probably just need like a template and just cut out the flowers, and then you can make them out of lace. This really also comes out really nice. And you can also make them out of any kind of flowers, any kind of, I'm sorry, not flower, fabric. Okay, now I made these not too long ago, and I also made this one not too long ago. Okay, and I also made this one, which is my favorite, not too long ago. Now I make hair accessories for my Etsy shop, so you know, I'm a little bit more experienced in how to make these, but if you know, practice, you will definitely will learn and will get better at this. Okay, now these flowers, I made these out of actually fabric. Okay, because when I do my hair accessories at Etsy shop, I like to use a lot of fabric and a lot of different items. So this right here is actually made out of fabric. Okay, but I'm not going to go into details on how to make these because it will be too much of a long video, and it's definitely going a different direction. But we're going to try to do something similar to this, okay? And I will link my Etsy shop at the bottom of this video so you guys can take a look and see my goodies that I do sell, okay? All right, so list of things that you need. I already said the most important things are the obviously any kind of flowers that you have, okay? I have these here that I want to work with you guys, and I'm going to show you two ways of doing this. Okay, I'm going to do the floral version and the paper version. Okay, so all right, so this is the main ingredient out of what we're going to make, which is the floral flowers. Okay, let's put this on the side. Now you also going to need some kind of gem, some kind of glitter, something that you can put in the middle of the flower. Okay, now a lot of the flowers come with the middle part, which is like this little part right here. You can keep that if you want. I personally like to maybe use one flower leaving this middle part in it, and then another flower maybe incorporating something else like a gem or rhinestones or buttons or whatever. So that's another thing that you're gonna need. You're gonna either need some brass that I have here, okay, and you can use a lot of things, okay. You're gonna need some brass. You can also use some gems like the ones I have here. These heart gems are really pretty to use and they're very sparkly. You can use some simple, I have these gold embellishments that you can add in the middle. These are also very simple and easy to use. Right there. Oops, right there. Okay. You can use a lot of buttons. I like to use buttons as well. Buttons are wonderful to use as a middle center decorations, okay. You can also, there's a lot of things you can use, guys. You can also use some micro beads. Micro beads are fantastic to use as the middle decoration in the flower. These are awesome to use, micro beads. And you can also use glitter, okay. Glitter also is a wonderful thing to use as well, okay. So these are just several things that you can use to decorate your Prima DIY flowers, okay. Don't forget about the gems. You can also use gems. Gems are fantastic little accessories to make your flowers look very, very special. These little gems that I have here are just simple. See, these little gems, very simple and easy and cute little gems, okay. Whatever you can put in the middle of the flower, basically use, okay. Very good. So that's for decorating the flower in the middle. Now what I also use sometimes is I go out of my way and I go and use some pom-poms. You can also use this pom-pom is actually from a lace that I have, like it's a ribbon lace that I have, and it comes actually in yards. But these pom-poms you can actually sell. These pom-poms you can actually get at, you know, any really Michael's, AC Moore, any crafty store. They sell pom-poms by themselves. Even the dollar store also sells them. So what I do is I just, since this comes attached, I just snip off, and then I can use this little pom-pom as a centerpiece as well. They come in many colors and sizes, okay. That's another idea that you can use if you don't want to go out of your way and spend a lot of money. Another thing that you can use for your center is chain. I love using chain because you can put the for example, you can actually put the flower and then you can wrap around the center the chain just like that, and that will give it a really nice funky texture to your flower, okay. That's awesome. I like using chains for that too. Any chain will do. I also like to use a lot of these little appliques. I love using these. These are fantastic. You can actually cut these out to the size that it fits your flower in the middle, and then you can just apply these to the middle. Love using these as well. I also like to use these. These are also pretty. I can actually make this a leaf from a flower if you want, just like that. See that? And it looks pretty. Actually, I got this from I don't know, the light is too bright here. I got these from, and this is another leaf, pearl leaf. I got these from a shirt that I didn't use anymore. It was kind of all messed up and stained, so I cut off all the pretty little appliques from the shirt and I saved them, okay. So there's many other things that you can use. I also have this here. This is just like a little pretty decorative little daisy. You can cut this off, snip it off, and you can use it just like this. See? And you can use that as a middle. Focus, 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 focus. There we go. You can use this as the middle part to your flower, okay. These are just ideas that you can, you know, incorporate in your flower. I don't want you to just have your flower so naked. Give it some nice little decoration. Don't forget, you can also use beads. These are like, you know, beads that you can use. These are beads that you can make like earrings and like necklaces and excuse me, bracelets. You can also use beads. Try to use the ones that are flat. The ones that are flat is better because they adhere better to your flower. Okay. All right, that's basically ideas on what you can use to decorate your flowers. Okay, you have a lot of stuff here, the guys, that you can use. So I don't want your flowers to be all bare and plain. You want it to give it a nice, pretty look to it. Okay. Now you're also going to need hot glue, obviously, to adhere all the stuff to your flowers. You're going to need hot glue. You're also going to probably need tacky glue, depending on how you want to decorate your flowers. Maybe you want to apply little gems to the flowers around it. Tacky glue is good for that. Another thing that you can also use to decorate your flowers is you can actually use acrylic paint. If you have a flower that's, let's say, for example, a white flower, and you want to give it some pretty look to it, you can always use acrylic paint. Acrylic paint is wonderful for that. And you can also use the spray. Spray is also fantastic to give a nice look to your flowers. Okay? All right. Don't forget a scissor, and don't forget to get pliers. Okay? If you wanted to cut off, snip off the flowers, you might need some pliers. Okay? All right. Now, you also need to get pieces of felt, okay? Because what we're going to do is we're going to adhere the flower to the felt, and the felt really will hold and keep the flowers together. And once you apply the felt and the hot glue into the flowers with the felt and the hot glue, you're not going to be able to move it. So you definitely want that sturdiness on your flower so you can actually keep the project together, okay? So that's all you're going to basically need. There's a lot of stuff here, but I want to give you guys, variety. I want to give you guys things that you can actually use. Okay, so the first flower that we're going to create is going to be out of, like, just regular floral flowers, okay? Now, you can use as many flowers as you want, or petals. I don't know. I guess you can call these petals. As you want. You can use as many colors as you want. Remember, this is your project, so you can do whatever you want. You don't have to necessarily, copy a Prima flower. You can just do your own decoration however you want and not even worry about, how it's gonna look. Okay, so here with us, I have a few different kinds of flowers that we're going to use. Some leaves that I have here that we're going to use, and some other leaves that I have here that we're going to use. Okay, I think I want to use, let's see, what else do I want to use? I like this purple one. I'm going to use this purple one as well. Okay, so I don't have to tell you guys, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The hot glue is extremely, extremely hot. Be very careful with the hot glue. I don't want you to burn yourselves, okay? So start putting your flowers together however you want it to look, okay? You can maybe visualize it however you like, okay? Maybe something like that. Or if you don't like that, maybe you can just do something like that. I think this one is way too big, so I might just not use that. I might just use maybe one of these. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start putting this flower together. Okay. Let's see here. Let me cut the middle. Sometimes the flower has these little, see the little middle plastic thing? You might want to snip that off because that's going to not help you put your flowers together. You'll have like a little bumpy image, and you don't want that. Okay, so snip that off and be careful you don't cut your flower. I've done that many times before. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to use is I'm going to use this pink flower. Okay, to the pink flower, obviously you need your felt. Okay, don't forget your felt. We're going to adhere the pink flower. We're going to put the felt on the pink flower, okay? So all you need is just a little dot of hot glue. Just a tiny dot. You don't need a lot. Okay? And you're going to apply the pink flower onto the felt, okay? Be very careful. It's very hot. Now you have a little gushy glue right there. Apply another flower. So you can use that gushy glue. You don't want to waste anything, okay? Be careful, it's extremely hot. I just burned myself. And that's how you start your flower. See that? Already it's taking place. Look at that. And then, as you continue, you just layer the flower. Okay, and you just do like a little bed of flowers. So, I'm going to add this flower there. A little tiny bit in the middle. A little bit goes a long way. And there you have it. There's my other flower. Okay. Let's say I want to attach another one. I'm going to attach this red one. Little tiny glue. Not too much. Just tiny, tiny, tiny glue. And there goes that flower. Okay, and then you keep layering your flower until you think that it looks good enough so that you can stop. Okay, I can't tell you when to stop because it's actually your design. So whatever design you wanna, you know, however you wanna design your flower, it's up to you. I'm gonna stop there, okay, because now I want to add this pretty blue one to the middle of this red one. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Actually, no, I'm gonna add this pretty sparkly one. No, blue one. Okay, and there you have it. And then I'm going to add a tiny green one like this one to the middle of that. Okay, and that's actually where I'm going to stop. Okay, so already my flower is taking shape. You see that? You see how pretty that looks? Okay, that looks really nice actually. Now, if you want to add to the back of the flower, just say you wanted to add some leaves, you can do that if you want. You can add leaves to the back of the flower just like that. Okay, you want to add little leaves, we can also add little leaves just like that. So let's do that. Let's add our leaf to the back of the flower. Okay, so I want to add this leaf just like that. So we're going to put a little bit of glue onto the back, and we're going to add the flower, I'm sorry, the leaf to the back just like that. Okay, ow, be careful, it's hot. Just burned myself. Okay, and if you want to add another leaf to the opposite side, you can. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave this leaf just like that. Now I want to add these little tiny velvet leaves onto the side of my flower. So I'm going to just squeeze in through the side. Any side is fine. Right in through here. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. And I'm going to add this cute little flower or leaf onto that side. And that's going to look just like that. You see that? The little leaves are pretty. And I'm going to add another leaf. Same way. Right on that side. A little bit of glue. And the leaf, make sure it adheres very well. And there you have it. Let's put this on the side. Okay, there you have it, guys. There is my complete DIY Prima flower. Now, you want to decorate the middle of the flower? We could decorate the middle of the flower with so many things. I'm going to show you. This is a brass. You want to put a little brass in the middle of the flower? We can do that, okay? You want to put another different brass in the middle? We can do that, okay? The pom-pom that I showed you earlier, look at that. That looks cute. You can use a pom-pom, okay? You can use, let's see, the buttons. Here. Let's use a coordinating color, the green one. You want to put a green little button in the middle? Fabulous. There goes the button. Okay? Very nice. I love this. Okay, so what I'm going to use to decorate my middle of the flower is going to be this fantastic little floral bead. You see that? I love that. So I'm going to apply that floral bead to the back of my, or actually to the front of my flower, okay? And that's going to be my centerpiece of my flower. So I'm going to, now you might want to use tacky glue for this, okay? Or you might want to use some other strong glue. I'm going to use, you know, obviously hot glue for the sake of the video because I want this video to go fast, okay? But you might not want to use hot glue for this. You might want to use actually like tacky glue or some other glue, okay? But for the sake of the video, I'm going to use hot glue, okay? And that's my complete flower. Now you want to give it a little bit of more glitz and glitter. You can always add a little bit of glitter to this. You can always add some kind of glitter. You can always add if you want to add let's see, you want to add micro beads to it, you can always add micro beads wherever you want. You can always spray some of this wonderful spray to it, and it gives you like a nice pretty color. But this is just general, okay? You guys have the idea of how to create this really pretty DIY Prima flower, okay? It's not very difficult. It's not hard. All you need is a couple of flowers, a couple of leaves, and you know, a cute little centerpiece, and that's it. Now remember, you can always use the actual original centerpiece of the flower too. You don't have to, you know, add buttons or gems or whatever. You can always use the original centerpiece, which also will look nice, okay? And there you have it. That's the first flower I want to show you. Okay, the second flower that I want to show you is the paper flower. Okay, paper flower is very, very simple, very easy. Okay, let me get these out of the way. These are the paper flowers that I have here. Okay, let's get these out of the way so they're not in your way. And the paper flowers are same concept as these. Same concept, okay? Now, with the paper flowers, you have to be extremely careful. I recommend for you to use tacky glue with the paper flowers. Do not use hot glue because the paper is very thin and you're going to guarantee you're going to get burned, okay? So use tacky glue for paper flowers. For the sake of the video, I'm going to use hot glue because obviously it will dry faster, okay? So start layering your flower how you want to, from big to small. Okay, so I want to do, let's see, this, maybe this, actually maybe this one, this one maybe this one, maybe this one, and maybe this one, maybe this one, actually maybe this one. Yeah, that looks good, right? I like that. Okay, very good. So I usually like to put them in the same order that I like, because if you just throw them out, you just throw them anywhere, you're not going to remember the order that you want, okay? So it's a good tip, okay? Actually, maybe I'll use, yeah, I'm going to use this one and then this one. Okay, very good. So these are the ones I'm going to use for my paper flower. So I'm going to start with the bigger flower, okay? Paper flower. Again, don't use hot glue. Please use tacky glue. I'm going to use hot glue for the sake of the video, and just start building your flower, okay? Very simple and easy. Build your flower just like that. Build your flower. Okay. Build your flower, very simple and easy. This is not too hard, right? Not too hard of a project. And it takes seconds to do this. It shouldn't take that long. Okay. Build your flower. You're going to burn yourself, so don't use, again, like I said, do not use hot glue, please. You're going to burn yourself. Make sure you use tacky glue. especially if you're using the flower, if you're doing the paper flowers. Not a good idea at all. Trust me. Okay. And my last flower, which is this one right here. Okay, very good. Now, there seemed to be a problem. These didn't adhere how they were supposed to. See that? So that's okay. I'm gonna add hot glue to this one right here. Okay. And put that in the center. Hold that down. And there you have it. There you have it, guys. There's a paper flower. Look how pretty that looks. Right? Isn't that cute? Now with this one, you don't actually need to put felt in the back because it's paper. Paper will adhere to anything, right? If you want to, you can, but you really don't need to put paper. You don't really need to put any felt on the paper flower, okay? Now, I want to use, let's see here. What can we use for the middle? Maybe we can use this nice bright. Yeah, this looks good, right? Yeah, we'll use that. Okay, so the paper flower is complete, right? All we need is something for the middle of the flower. Okay, we can actually, I'm going to actually use that gigantic little gold gem that I have here. This one. Okay, and I'm going to add that to the middle of my flower. Okay, let that sit. Okay, and your flower is complete. See that? Focus, focus, focus. There you go. And there's your complete flower. You got your paper flower, and then you have your floral flower right here. Okay, very simple, right? I love making these, guys. These are so simple to make, so easy, and they don't take that long. I mean, granted, the video takes a little longer because I'm talking and I'm showing you and I'm demonstrating to you what to use for your flowers and what you decorate the flowers with. But in reality, once you get the hang of this, it will take you like less than 5 minutes to create a simple flower like this. Okay? Very good, honey buns. I hope you guys like this quick, well, obviously it's not quick, but this tutorial. I hope you enjoy making these DIY Prima flowers. If you guys like this video, please make sure you thumbs up, okay? And I hope this is helpful for some of us, okay? I know that some of us can't really go out and buy those Prima flowers. To be honest with you, I personally don't like buying them because I think they're a little bit pricey. When I do buy them, I like buying them when they're on sale or I use coupons for them. So even these recollection flowers, they can be really pricey. I mean, these originally cost $6.99. I got these on sale when they were like, you know, clearance. And the same thing with this. These were actually $6.99. So they can be a little pricey if you think about it. If you don't have a coupon and you know you happen to find them in and it's not on sale, it could really be pricey. So if you want to temporarily create your own little flowers, you can do that. Okay. I hope you guys like this video. I hope it's helpful. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon on my next video. Okay, guys? Take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye.